Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me today. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do invite you to subscribe as I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. Let's see. What else do I'm going to be using my Morgan Greer tarot deck. For your readings this month, I'm also going to clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot. And then I will end your reading, Leo, with a Halloween oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, if you have not seen my readings, I want to let you know that I do read jumper cards because those are the cards that I believe want to be communicated. So those are the ones that I choose to read in my readings. Okay, so what do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? I'm feeling, Leo, like you're holding back. If you're not holding back right now, you're going to be holding back in the beginning of October, okay? Because I'm not getting free-flowing cards for you. Okay. All right, let me make sure nobody is getting cut off. Okay. All right, Leo. Like I said, during your shuffle, I was feeling like you were holding back, like you were being really guarded, you know, with your emotions, with your heart, with your intentions, even with your resources, your experience in some way. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, Three of Cups upright, the Sun reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. So when I see a lot of cards, when I see a lot of cards show up in reverse like this, that tells me that you're not trusting something, okay? And this, I'm feeling like this is work related. There's something going on in your job that you just don't trust. Now, it could be a person or it could be a situation, but there's something as it relates to your money or your career or your business that you just don't feel secure about, okay? Now, I see this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is sometimes about collaborations or working with someone or maybe doing a group project in some way. For some reason, either it's not going well or there's something that's just not feeling right for you, Leo. You just don't feel confident in the situation and or the people that you're working with. I also see the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and this is all about you and your skills and your talent and your experience. And I'm feeling like you're not feeling like you're not feeling like you're ready for that next level, like you really want to move on to do something else, or you want to advance in your career, but you're just not feeling ready. And that could be part of that guarded emotion that I'm picking up from you. Now, we also have the Knight of Cups here in reverse, and this tells me that, you know, things happened and then all of a sudden they halted, right? So maybe you were on the path to either go back to school, start a new job, maybe connect with a partner in a relationship, something was moving forward and then it just stopped, okay? And a lot of it was because you didn't feel right about it, or the situation just kind of fizzled out. Now, I do see these Three of Cups here, and this tells me that you're getting some interference from someone as it relates to your work. Now, the interference may or may not be positive or negative. It's just telling me that there's many people who have their hands in the pot, so to speak. There's several people who are involved in the situation. And not that they have bad intentions. It's just that sometimes when you have so many people involved in something, it's really hard to accomplish anything because everybody has their own agenda, everybody has their own plan, and everybody has their own personality. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of people just kind of interfering, like I said, with the situation. Now, I do see the Sun card here. Even though it's in the reverse, this tells me that things definitely are not all, doom and gloom, Leo. Not at all. The Sun is always a positive card in my readings. Doesn't matter if it shows up reversed or upright. The Sun is always a positive card. Now, when it's in the reverse, though, that just tells me that the degree of positivity may not be exactly what you want, but it's something that you're definitely still happy and content with. So even though you've been feeling a little out of sorts, maybe with your work, your business, or your finances, there is going to be something that brings a positive energy into the situation. There is something that's going to benefit you, maybe not in a huge way, but still in some way. There is something. There is either an opportunity or information or something that's definitely going to turn things around for you. Now, I see the Knight of Swords here. Now, the Knight of Swords energy is really moving in and moving out, and that quick it's almost like that back and forth energy. Okay, now the Knight of Swords in the reverse, though, tells me that things have probably gotten a little bit, it could be a little bit too much movement, at least for your comfort level. Right? So it's not that things aren't happening, but maybe things are happening, too much or too frequently, or maybe in a way that just doesn't suit your normal rhythm of how you like things to go in your life or in your work. But, it's just one of those things that you just have to adjust to. It's not anything that you really can control. It's just the way the situation is, it is what it is, and unfortunately you have to deal with it, and that's it. So this is going on the beginning of October. Okay, so October is gonna be a little bit of I want to say a guarded start for you. Okay, it's just going to be where you're feeling like you really have to kind of rein in your feelings and rein in your actions while you really figure out exactly what it is you want to do and when you want to do it. But let's go ahead and see what else is going on for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019. Okay. Yes, see, as we move into that second week of October, Leo, you start to relax a little bit, and that's very good. Okay. All right, Leo. So we have the King of Cups upright, highly emotional card. The Judgment upright, the Moon in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. Interesting. We got those two. The Hanged Man in reverse, and also the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, this is interesting too, because this tells me that something just kind of halted midstream, and then that also kind of made you retreat in some way. Made you kind of take a step back, but we'll get back to that. Let's start with this King of Cups here. King of Cups in the upright. This is a highly emotional card. Now, this makes sense to me because, like I said, that first week of October, Leo, you were very, very guarded. You were very, very holding back your feelings and your intentions and your communication. However, once we move into that second week of October, you start to kind of overflow with your emotion. It's like you were giving nothing here, and then now you're giving everything. So that's not a bad thing. It's just that some people may be a little overwhelmed by it. But, I feel like that's kind of in your nature, Leo. It's almost like you have an all or nothing sometimes when you communicate. And that's not bad. That's just your style. We also have judgment here in the upright. This tells me that a decision is being made in your favor. That's very, very good. And that could be another reason why you get so highly emotional, because this is good news. This is something positive that's coming your way, and it's hard for you to hold back how you feel. Now, we also have the Moon card in reverse. This tells me that some information that you did not know about finally comes to light. So you're able to make a clear decision about something because now information is not or is no longer being hidden. And because this falls on that Three of Cups and also this Knight of Cups card, that tells me that maybe some of the people who were kind of interfering in the situation, either someone reveals something or you just find out something due to the circumstances of the situation. Now, we also have the Queen of Cups here. Now, she's very feelings oriented. Okay, she's someone who is sensitive, who is kind, who is caring. People seek her out when they're hurt, when they need emotional support. And I'm feeling like people are looking at you in that way, Leo, but you're not ready to be that for people. People are not... I'm feeling like people kind of unload on you sometimes, and it becomes a little overwhelming and a little challenging for you because you've got your own stuff you're dealing with. But sometimes people like to kind of just overshare their problems with you. And I'm feeling like this is in a work related situation, maybe a coworker, maybe a boss, something like that, and it really affects it affects your work, and it affects your ability to stay focused. So just be careful with that. This is more of a heads up, and it's not necessarily something that's negative and it's going to hurt you. It's just that people see you as so caring that they believe that you can help them. Now, we also have the Hanged Man in reverse. Now, this is all about surrender, and I'm saying that because when the Hangman is in the upright position, it usually means feeling stuck or limited and not knowing what to do or where to go. But when it's in the reverse position, that is all about surrender and acceptance. Okay? It's like you're not fighting against the current anymore. You're not fighting against the status quo. You're not wasting energy trying to control a situation you just can't control. It's almost like you surrender to it, you accept it, and you're ready to do what you need to do to make this work in your favor. Now we come back to the Four of Swords in the reverse position. And like I said, this was you kind of pulling back, but now you're ready to kind of step back into the situation. You're ready to step back into your power. And it's almost because you're feeling a sense of relief and a sense of accomplishment that you're not getting easily overwhelmed, and you're not being overly sensitive about anything. It's like you're not allowing yourself to be triggered by minor things that really don't matter, and you're not allowing yourself to get caught up in unnecessary, trivial details. But let's go ahead and clarify this, Leo. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, I see a lot of healing is going on for you, Leo. Lots and lots of healing. Okay. Now, oh, that was the Knight. I was like, are we seeing this guy again? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups reverse. We have the Empress upright. Ten of Swords reverse. That's good. That means that heartbreak is moving out. Now, is this why you were so guarded in the beginning of the month, Leo? Is that what it is? Is that what was going on? Were you kind of, was your heart hardened because you were hurt? That's what I'm seeing here. We have the Five of Wands upright. Then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Now we have her again here. Remember, it's that highly, overly emotional, sensitive side. Okay. I'm really feeling like there's emotional pain that's affecting your work, Leo. There's some emotional residue of something that has really been affecting your ability to make strong decisions, and it's really been affecting your ability to concentrate on work. Now I'm starting to get a clearer picture as to why you were so guarded in the beginning of the month. So we have the Page of Cups here in reverse. This tells me that information is coming in. However, the timing is not going to be good. Okay, you're going to get some news, information, a message from someone, and the timing is just going to be all off. Now, I'm even going to go so far as to say, could there be a pregnancy on the horizon? We have the Empress here, and I have the message card here. I'm sure for some of you this will resonate. A pregnancy that you were not expecting. Okay. Also, the Empress card in the upright could be the birth of a new project. It could be starting a brand new career. It could be starting a new passion project. It could be, working and things finally kind of come to the end of the gestation period. Maybe something you've been working on for months finally comes to the marketplace. That could be read in that way as well. But I have a feeling some of you are going to resonate with that pregnancy energy I'm feeling. But it could also be too that, something finally becomes available. Like I said, maybe a product or something you were working finally gets launched and you can introduce it to the marketplace. Now, this Ten of Swords here tells me that you were deeply hurt about something. It could be work related, or it could be a personal thing that affected your work. Because remember, we're talking about in the context of money, career, finances, and all that stuff. So I do see that you were hurt very, very deeply, or maybe even betrayed in a very deep way, and it affected your ability to work. It affected your ability to make money. However, because this is in the reverse, that tells me that you're working through it, that pain is healing, you're releasing it, and you're really rebuilding your spirit. Now we have the Five of Wands in the upright and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Five of Wands tells me there's going to be a lot of heated discussions. Probably in that third week of October, you're going to be doing some deep negotiating with someone, or having some really serious in-depth conversations. And you're really going to be laying it all out for someone. And you're almost going to maybe even over-communicate your needs and what you want at this point. Now, it's not going to be something that is that's going to reflect negatively on you. It's just really going to put you in a better position of control. It's going to put you in a better position to where there's going to be no room for someone to misinterpret or second guess exactly what it is you want and what you're going for. Now, this Queen of Cups here again, she's in the reverse, and like I said, that's that overly sensitive nature that sometimes can it can get in the way of clear thinking. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is more of a heads up, Leo, because like I said, we saw her earlier here, and that's just telling me, Leo, just be careful. Be careful with who you allow to get close to you, because there are people who are emotional manipulators. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, but I'm just saying that because you are a highly emotional individual, sometimes people can perceive that as being weak or as someone who is more vulnerable. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? Oh, interesting. Four of Swords again. You have a lot of repeats, Leo. But in a way that's good, because that teaches us, what we need to pay attention to. All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles upright. We have the Eight of Swords upright. Nine of Cups upright. Yes, and the Four of Swords upright. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you are going to be sorry, I had to take a quick drink of water there. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you're going to have a lot of work coming at you, and it may or may not necessarily be that fulfilling. Now, people come to you, Leo, because they see that you're capable, you're smart, you're experienced, you're highly skilled, and you know that about yourself. However, either you're not being compensated to the degree that you think you should be, or you're just getting bored with the work. It's almost like you're so good at it that it's boring, and it's very uninspiring. And that's what I'm feeling as we move into the end of October. You're just going to be really uninspired by the work you're doing. Now, we have the Eight of Swords here, and I think this kind of goes with this here, where you're feeling a little uninspired and bored, but at the same time you're feeling a little limited as far as what your options are. But this is just you being blindfolded to the situation. That's how you're perceiving things, but that's not the reality, okay? Because we see what we want to see in the way that we want to see it. But the Nine of Cups tells me this is the wish card. This is the ultimate card, okay? One of the most positive cards in the deck. You have an opportunity right in front of you. And if all you do is remove the blindfold and see it for what it is, it can be a total game changer for you, Leo. So I really want you to take some time and think, what is it that I'm not seeing that I need to be seeing that could totally change my financial, work, career situation around? Because I have a feeling this is something you've been hoping for, and it shows up, but it shows up in a very subtle way. Almost so subtle that if you don't choose to change your perception, you're going to miss it. Now we have the Four of Swords here. Again, this is taking a step back. This is retreating. And I feel like this is what you're going to need to do, because you may figure this out before the month is over. And then you have to really absorb the information. You really have to evaluate the situation. And then you have to strategize on how you're going to make it work and how you're going to make it pay off for you. Whew, Leo. This is an intense reading. And I think because I feel like that the beginning of the month, you are so guarded. You're so protective, with your feelings and with your emotions. But then as we move through the month, it's almost like the floodgates open, and it's almost in a way that it's very like just here it is, and your emotions, they really, really take a toll on your ability to be clear about what you want. And I hope that makes sense, because sometimes we get so overwhelmed with our emotions, it gets in the way of our thinking of what's possible for us. And I'm feeling like that's kind of a little bit of the story here. But you know what, Leo? You're going to work it out. You've got some great things coming your way. You just really need to change how you're seeing things, and you really need to just kind of maintain that emotional balance to the best of your ability. All right, so let's go and get, I almost forgot the name of this deck. Let's go ahead and pull a Halloween Oracle card for you, Leo, as we close out your reading. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, this says Skull of Darkness, and I'm hoping it's not cut off. Now check this out. Skull of Darkness, blind spots. What exactly was I just talking about here? Leo, whatever you want, or whatever is going to be that one thing that totally turns things around for you, it's here. It's happening. It is right in front of you. You just have to change your perception, and you have to see it. The Nine of Cups tells me whatever it is that you've been wishing for and hoping for and waiting for, it's here. Now, it may not be showing up in the way that you expected or anticipated, but it's here. The Skull of Darkness, blind spots, check that. Check yourself, Leo, because whatever it is, you have the ability to have it and to experience it. You just have to choose to see it, even though it may not show up in the way that you thought it would. And with that, Leo, I'm going to say thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations about this reading, feel free to leave those down in the comments below. And a lot of you have been reaching out to me for private readings. Those are available. There's also a link in the description for that too, if you are interested. All right, Leo, thanks so much again. I'll see you soon.